2.
Good morning, y'all. We are in a new place. Where are we at, John?
Yes, we are in the country of Malta, city of Valletta.
That's right. And I can tell you right now, super pretty. I am ready to explore. Are you ready to explore?
I am ready. So the ship, believe it or not, this city is kind of up on the hill. The city is about 200 feet above the ocean, so we have to make our way through a bunch of staircases to get to the top, but it shouldn't be too bad.
I got my walking shoes on today, and I'm ready to go. So follow with us, and we're going to get into some good stuff today. We'll bring you with us.
We are. So we actually booked a tour through Valletta. It's the original walking tour. It's a 2.5 hour long tour, and we're going to walk throughout the city, so we will show you the highlights. So here we are at our first uphill walk, and then I think we got one more after this one, but it's not too steep, and there isn't any steps either. I take that back, there are some stairs that we'll need to go up. A few stairs actually.
Okay, but I don't do this full time. I do it because I love it. I just have a good time explaining a bit the history of the island.
All right, so we have started our tour. We started with a little brisk of a walk, getting up some steps, not bad steps, honestly. But it brought us to an overlook of this wonderful place. John, what is this place called?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll find out what it's called.
So they wanted to be as close as possible to the sea, but that's not where the people lived. Because if you lived on the coast, well, it's only because your life depended on it. Because if the real pirates came, you would be the first to go, right?
So the tour has finally kicked off. We have visited 2 areas, 2 sites. Really one overlook, and then down a street where she explained more about the history and just like makeup of this land. But John, did you know that the Pope sent somebody, their architect of the Vatican, to build this entire place?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's the walls, the architecture. Of course, it had to have been one of the popes that, one of his architects that built this.
But it's known as like the ideal city, which is very cool. And less than 10,000 people live in this city, and it's continually depleting just because it's so hard to live here now. But overall, our tour guide, tons of history she knows. She gave us a major history dump to just know the whole entire background of this place. And we're continuing walking and moving.
So one of the main projects was change the entrance, make it more welcoming, bring people in here, right? Not to send them running in the opposite direction. So in order to do this, an architect actually was commissioned to design the new entrance. The name of this architect is Renzo Piano. He's an internationally renowned architect. Applauded all over. He has work in every continent. So for example, in London, if you go along the River Thames, there's the Shard Complex. If you go to Amsterdam, there's the Nemo Museum. If you go to Paris, the Pompidou. If you go to New York, the New York Times building. If you go to Sydney, there's the Sydney One Complex, right? If you go to Japan, there's the Osaka Center. So really, projects everywhere. They are a religious military order. So it so happens Actually, the dedication of this church, because the cause has something to do with the dedication of the church. It's dedicated, it used to be at least, dedicated to the nativity of the Virgin Mary. Now in the religious...
All right, so we made a stop, and we made a stop to learn about the name of this place. So it's Valletta, I believe is how it's spoken. But it's made because a guy, decided that he was going to defend this place, and he believed in it. And so his statue is in one of the city square areas, and they put him there because it's close to where a foundation stone was laid. Who would have thought? And now the foundation stone is actually in the church that's right there, right behind us. And she talked more about how there's more history enwrapped within the church, and how there was Latin words on there that brings joy and happiness to them. But overall, really great tour. She's doing an amazing job. Are you enjoying this, Sean?
Yes, very informational, lots of history here, and this city is just beautiful.
So this monument was actually commissioned when Malta, for the first time ever, some locals got a say in government. We all talk about independence in 1964 and yada yada, but the first time the Maltese had a say in government was in 1921. We were still under the British, but self-government was introduced then in 1921. That's when we get our first Prime Minister in 1921.
We ended our tour. We went to, I believe, 10 stops throughout the entire tour. Every stop that we had was at least a 10-minute talk on the history of the item that we saw. So very, very interesting history that's been brought up. This really is like an amalgamation of a bunch of just different areas that came together to build this city and create this belief system. A lot of stuff talking about the French, talking about the British, and just all the different movements going on. I will say that our tour guide, her name was Julia, she did amazing. She definitely has a heart for this place, and just took us around like it was a breeze. And then we had that weird music box thing that came through. John probably showed you a video. I don't know. It was weird, but it was cool at the same time. Overall, very walkable city. It does get very packed. It is very, very packed right now in the streets. But if you want, come check it out. Come see it. You gotta try something new. And we are ending our time with an iced coffee because you can't get an iced coffee anywhere. So I saw it. We're doing it. We're gonna head back on the ship. We're gonna get ready and see what the night brings us. There might be a party ahead. Let's see.
Well, everybody, we are back on the ship, and we took a shower, we got dressed, and we are ready to go explore the rest of the ship and see what kind of entertainment there is today.
That's right, there's actually a theater show today, so we might check that out. But it's more of an exploration night tonight, so we'll bring you with us, and we might get into a little bit of something later on. You'll have to see. So we're seated here at the Viva Theater. We're about to see Motor City Moves. So it's going to be a whole theater show. It's going to be great. But unfortunately, we can't film. So we'll let you know how things are. And then after, I think, we're going to explore a little bit more, see what's going on the ship. But I'm ready for a show. Are you?
I'm ready for the show. I'm ready for this music. It's going to be nice. I'll let you know how it is. But
The other night we watched the show and it was great, so I'm sure it's going to be great as well.
I'm sure it's going to be spectacular. We'll talk with you guys soon. I would say that you look a little bit different right now.
No, she made me wear this ridiculous thing.
That's a lie. Okay, so as we said before, we're on a group cruise with Sharon at Sea, and so tonight is actually our Toga Party night, and so why not get ready for the Greek islands by having a Toga Party, right, John?
I mean, this ain't quite the toga, but it's white.
You know, we're trying our ways that we can, but we're headed to the observation deck, so it's on deck number 17 forward, and we're gonna go have a good time with the group and check out the festivities, see all the great outfits. I'm excited to see all the ladies and see what they have for the night, but that's what's happening. We did, though, John, before we get into this, let's talk about that show. So we went and saw the Motown Moves. Is that what it was?
Yes, at the theater.
Or no, it was called Motor City Moves. And what they ended up doing was doing like remixes of Motown music to like ballroom dancing and just different types of choreography. Honestly, wasn't my favorite, but I'm not going to discredit the talent that's on the ship. I really think it's just the type of show that it was. It wasn't our favorite, but overall, we still really enjoyed everything, right?
Yeah, it was still overall, it was still good. However, it wasn't the greatest show that we've seen.
That's true. But we did, after that, go ahead and go to the buffet, grab some dinner, got ready, and now we're headed to a Toga Party. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's do it. This is duck number 2 that I found on the ship. I'll take it. Well, I'd say that Toga Party was a success.
It was honestly such a fun way to end the day after spending the morning walking through thousands of years of history in Malta. It was nice to come back on board, let loose, meet some awesome people, and just have a good laugh.
You know, that's one of our favorite things about cruising. One minute you're exploring ancient cities, and then the next you're wearing a bedsheet pretending you're Greek.
We definitely made some memories tonight, and hopefully we don't see too many photos from this party.
And if you've enjoyed hanging out with us, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and come back for our next adventure because we're just getting started in the Greek Isles.
Until next time.
My name is... Wait, what's your name?
My name is John.
And my name is Dymon. Go on a cruise.
And have a good time.
We'll see you guys real soon.